Good day, everybody. It's currently the 10th of October, 2012. We are still watching Typhoon of Prapiroon moving off here ever so slowly towards the west. You can see that the circulation around the storm has been organizing, but also in this update today we're going to talk about over towards Thailand, some heavy rain showers due to the leftovers of Kami, and also here in northeastern China, there's some snow showers kicking in near the China-Russia border. That's due to a low pressure area also stirring its way across portions of that region. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on the update. But first things first, the thing that most people probably tuned in for. Let's look a little bit closer here at Prapiroon. Now, currently with this storm, winds near the center are kicking up right around 130 kilometers an hour, so definitely a very strong typhoon. Expected to continue to intensify, though, due to a decrease in vertical wind shear under the storm system, or over the storm system, and as but under it, sea surface temperature is continuing to warm up. So overall, it does look like it's going to be having some very decent inflow of moisture coming in from the south. You can see out of the equatorial regions that dry air outflow along the northern periphery is starting to let up. Mainly, there's an enhancement of outflow due to an upper level trough right around this area. That's continuing to enhance that flow along the northern periphery. So with all that said, good conditions for development. Now at this time the eye is very weakly seen. Actually, if we cycle through a lot of the channels here, you cannot see an eye. Very close count tops near the center of circulation. But let's look at one other channel here. That is the microwave imagery. And a little bit closer look indicates that an eye wall is attempting its hardest here to form up around the center of the storm system. And as it continues to slowly move off towards the west, you can see that very good inflow along the southern periphery though. And then that inflow along the northern periphery is starting to work its way into the picture, thus the intensification. But near the last several frames, you can see that center of circulation getting much more organized. So with that said, expect it to continue to intensify to a very strong typhoon. Now, where is it going to be going? Like yesterday, I can say with a little bit more confidence that it will not affect any land areas. We have this low pressure areas coming in out of northeastern China and over towards Russia. We were talking about that a second ago, producing that snow. Well, as it does move off towards the east, it will create an upper level trough across portions of around the southern Japanese islands here. That's going to pick this storm system up and usher it off there towards the northeast. Going into the latter part of the week, let's take a look at what JMA is saying. This is their 5-day track. Now, granted, it is moving at an exceptionally slow pace. This is actually Friday going into Saturday, only expected to be just towards the south of Okinawa, continuing in this area. Now, with that said, a slow movement of tropical systems tend to mean that track can vary greatly into the next several days, into the latter part of the week, and even into the weekend. Yet most of the models do indicate this track will continue to hold true as it continues to linger. Now, I do say most of the models. There is one here, the 8FWI, not really the best model for tropical tracking, but it does pull off there quite anonymously towards the northwest. Really kind of want to count that one out. But look at the rest of these, kind of making an S shape as the storm continues to track off there toward the north. Some outer rain bands still could affect the southern Japanese islands, but nothing hailing in comparison to what you saw with Sanba and also Jelawat in the last several weeks. And also still some rain showers from the outer ranges of the storm system could push across portions of the Philippines, as shown here. That enhancement and that inflow going into it very well could bring some heavy rain showers at times, primarily in those afternoon to evening hours going through the coming days, as it accompanies by that daytime heating. Now look at this though, the GFS model also showing it doing a little waver in the track there, as JMA is indicating. Kind of lingering here, but then eventually by the latter part of the model run, if we scroll down, that shows into Tuesday next week. So it is going to be just sitting here enjoying its little old self going into the latter part of the week, and that is really where the threat continues to linger. Somehow the rain bands could bring some heavy rain showers in towards Japan, but also the waves kicking up to about 4 meters high, even 5 meters in some locations. Definitely very dangerous going. And that could be near the coastlines of some of these areas around Luzon, Taiwan, and also the southern Japanese islands, but also over the water, about 10 to 12 meters high could be seen in some areas. So with that said, any shipping traffic traveling through this area might take some toll. As a lot of people trying to get through the Luzon Strait, they're going to have to track all the way down here towards the south around the Philippines or through Visayas. So with that said, it could bring a little small toll on the economy as far as traveling through this area. Now, across Japan, though, fair weather in place. Much cooler autumn-like temperatures here over towards eastern China as well. Similar conditions. You have the Siberian high starting to work its way in from the north. So with that said, take a look at that. it's tempting to start up the northeast monsoon across much of this area. That's the way the winds are going to be traveling in and across portions of China. As around that high pressure area, you have that cyclonic or anticyclonic circulation, clockwise circulation. But also over towards Taiwan, about 92 millimeters recorded here in the past 24 hours due to the remnant of our Kami, which moved on to Taiwan or Vietnam, traveling across Cambodia. Now it's continuing to linger there around the Bay of Bengal, so we want to watch that storm system into the coming days. Could be bringing some heavy rain showers out across much of that area. But that is all for right now, everybody. I'm going to leave you here with this chart from a KMA, and with that said, there's some thunderstorm activity lingering here across portions of North Korea, but also look at that snow coming around this low pressure area as that cold air pumps in from the north. It's going to be very chilly out there. And that goes back to that northeast monsoon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please stay safe out there. If you want to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, please do so at Robert Speta, or you can follow me on Western Pacific Weather. Also in the description down below, if you are in Manila, November 10th, please come out to the Western Pacific Weather Meet and Greet. And it will be held at 2 p.m. somewhere in Makite, there in downtown Manila. Not exactly sure of the exact location just yet, but definitely more than welcomed to come and enjoy yourself. Please stay safe out there yet again, and have a great day. Bye.